Yellowjackets Season 3 has been chock full of major character deaths, but none have been as painful as Episode 9's, which forced fans to bid farewell to Van, Lauren Ambrose, in the adult timeline. Coach Ben's death in Yellowjackets' past timeline hit hard this season, leaving Van as one of the few characters in the series with a strong moral compass and penchant for compassion. It was precisely that attribute which led to her demise, as opting not to stab Melissa, Hilary Swank, meant she was the one to get stabbed instead. Van was not the only Yellowjackets survivor we lost in Season 3, as adult Lottie was also murdered in Episode 4. How the story ends, helmed by returning director Ben Semanoff, offers a tantalizing moment hinting at the identity of her killer. Misty is ensconced in the home of her sometimes boyfriend and fellow citizen detective, Walter, when she sees something revolutionary among the files he cloned from Lottie's phone. As we mourn the loss of one survivor, therefore, we are on the brink of getting justice for another. Screen Rant interviewed Semanoff about his work on Yellowjackets Season 3, Episode 9, especially when it comes to bringing Van's arc to its abrupt conclusion. The director also shared what was really on the phone Misty was looking at and, perhaps most maddeningly, what he thinks Shauna's deal is in both timelines. What photo did Misty see on that phone and how does it connect to Lottie killer? Director Ben Semanoff reveals Yellowjackets script and set secrets. Misty in Yellowjackets Season 3, Episode 9. Many theories have arisen about Lottie's killer throughout Yellowjackets Season 3, with theories ranging from Shauna to Walter, but Misty seems to uncover an important piece of evidence when looking through the material cloned from Lottie's phone. As a curiosity, I asked the director what actress Christina Ricci was actually looking at, and how she was directed to react. The answer, while not a spoiler, was particularly interesting. Semanoff confessed that, in the script, it doesn't say what she's looking at. As a director, however, he was informed of what the reveal would be. Although I'm pretty certain it isn't answered in the script, I know what the answer to that mystery is. But as important as that piece of information is to his role of eliciting a certain reaction from Misty, what's more important is if what's on that screen needs to be teed up in other ways. Personally, I don't particularly love turns that aren't substantiated by anything else that's happened, the director explained. Throughout the episode or throughout the season, we need to be laying clues that will then substantiate what Misty sees on that screen. That way, we don't feel, as the audience, that the carpet's been pulled out from under us. While he acknowledged that his own episode did not drop many new hints as to the killer's identity, there are things throughout the season that certainly do build to the reveal. Previous episodes have proven that certain suspects were not responsible, with Episode 9 offering an alibi for Shauna's whereabouts at the time of Lottie's demise. That information was a blow to Misty, who discovered her frenemies' DNA on Lottie thanks to Walter's sleuthing, making her the most likely murderer. But Yellowjackets is full of characters who cannot be trusted, so the answer to the mystery remains open-ended. Based on Semanoff's words, though, fans can rest assured that the crumbs have been there all along. As for the actual picture on the phone? Semanoff himself is the guilty party. The actual pictures on the phone are all pictures from my reel because we were having an incredibly difficult time finding the right tonal quality for the prop photos, he revealed. I just was like, it should be pictures like this and like that. And then they were like, well, we'll just use those. So, that's what Christina is looking at when we don't show what she's seeing. Ben Semanoff, this was a big talking point between writers and Lauren Ambrose. The idea is that we start the episode in a hospital, and then we're going to end the episode with her pulling 2 people out of a house and almost killing a third. We needed to track that throughout the episode, to find those moments of inspiration throughout the episode that would propel her forward, so that she would demonstrate a physical capacity as the episode progressed. She had to reach that moment, to earn not just the dramatic moment, but the physical ability to do those things. I think, for me, the biggest thing was how the knife was used. In earlier episodes, like Episode 3, there are a lot of knife gags. For example, Coach Ben comes in with a knife, and we wonder, is he going to kill Marie? Even in my episode, Natalie has a knife and Hannah thinks, she's going to kill me, and then she doesn't. Here, we have a character with a knife, and we want to be engaged as she's grappling with this decision. Melissa has her back to Van because I love what I call stolen moments for the audience. Basically, they're moments where the audience gets to see a character processing that no other character gets to see. And that's what that moment, really. We see Van grappling completely with the decision, standing over a completely helpless body. It would have been so easy just to plunge that knife in and leave her. I think the way it was written was that in that beat, when she first grabs the knife, she unties her. But I thought, no, that's the moment. We don't want an answer. We don't want a button that scene knowing that she's going to untie Melissa. I think it's about all these little decisions throughout the episode, scene by scene, where we encourage the audience to join Van on this mission, so that when she gets there, it feels like she's about to be victorious. Obviously, the question is, did she fail or was she victorious? And she was victorious, right? She said the real Tysa. She was a hero, no doubt. In the Goonies' definition, she was a hero. She just didn't survive.